My Chief Probation Officer, David Metzger, has submitted his resignation effective March 15th, and I'd like to have Mr. Metzger state to you the reason for leaving and what he will be doing.
Okay. Well, Judge, it's with somewhat mixed emotions, but that I submitted my resignation as Chief Probation Officer in the Juvenile Court in Muncie, but March the 15th, I have been invited to take a position as Indiana Director of the National Council on Crime and Delinquency. This is something that I've known about since early in December. I've discussed it at length with the judge. I consider his counsel to be one of the wisest that I've had, and I certainly don't look forward to leaving my employment with the judge and with the staff in the probation department in Muncie. These last 8 years have been great years for me, but an opportunity to go on the staff of the National Council on Crime and Delinquency as the director of the state of Indiana is a tremendous opportunity, I think, and I'm going to be much involved with the courts and the Department of Corrections, law enforcement, in consulting work. I certainly look forward to this, but I don't really look forward to walking out of the probation office. It seems as it's kind of a part of my life anymore.
All right. So this was quite a thing that I had to resolve for myself in replacing him. It's not an easy task, and fortunately for me, I did have Mr. Emshwiller on my staff as adult probation officer. I have asked him to become Chief Probation Officer, and he has indicated that he will accept the position that would leave the adult probation officer open, and Mr. Guy Miller will take Mr. Emshwiller's place as the adult probation officer for the circuit court. And again, I think it was rather fortunate I had someone of the caliber of Mr. Emshwiller to step in here and to assume the role that Mr. Metzger has played, and it's a pretty large pair of shoes, but I think he can do it. Do you have any comment, Clyde?
Well, Judge, I agree with you that anyone who steps into David's shoes has got his work cut out for him. On the other hand, I feel that David has laid a good groundwork in the Delaware County Probation Department that gives us a good springboard to continue the work on. I'm sure that I speak for our entire staff in the Probation Department that we regret very much to see David go. We've enjoyed working under him. We've enjoyed the freedom that he's given us to do our work and conduct it in. And I'm just going to do my best to fill those shoes and trust that it will work out fine.